So this is 39 Red Oak Lane. This is Aaron, the homeowner, Aaron Deems. Bob, I think you were the only one that was out last week. Was everyone else in?
Where was I? Oh, I had a business thing. Yeah, I was out last week. Yeah.
So
Was this 2 weeks ago?
2
Or
weeks
two
ago,
meetings
sorry.
ago?
It was
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
No,
yeah,
2
I
weeks
think.
ago,
Two
last
meetings
meeting.
ago?
I
Yeah.
missed the last one. Yeah.
It's like yesterday.
So do you want to share your screen, Aaron?
Sure do. And share. Okay, can everybody see?
Yes.
Yep.
So when we had started off, I had showed the inspiration photo that I used to design the house with Michael Picarillo and Vladimir, and this was how I wanted it to look. Our first set of plans didn't really turn out necessarily that way, and you guys politely sent me back to take another look at it, which we did. And this was what we had come up with. This is kind of the original set that I'd come to you with. We had changed this to brick, but we still weren't happy with the way this window was, the skylight, the way the door fit into this opening here. And so, yeah, and then so we went back and took another look at it and made some changes you guys had suggested that we also wanted, which was adding the shutters to these small windows. We tried to show how it would look with the, with steps and a railing. Highlighted the trim on the door. We added the crown on top so you could see it. And then put the light in, added the lights here, and adjusted it to the correct window in this space here.
Okay, it's much better.
Okay. I apologize, I don't remember who, but somebody had a comment on the north side. They wanted to see a window over here. And I had made a comment that, we're kind of out of interior space for a TV or art or furniture or anything. If you notice in the front, you'd have a window here, and that's the living room of the house. So again, we opted to leave this off and kind of hope that everybody understood why we left that off there. And that, the idea here would be this would be landscaped or a patio or something of the owner's design.
Comments,
Um,
anybody?
Yeah, I'm okay with the improvements.
I'm all okay. I mean, I understand the functionality, so
Yeah,
yeah,
there's plenty of
yeah.
fenestration elsewhere, so I think
Yeah.
it looks very nice. Yeah.
It's improved. It's much nicer.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you're all set,
Okay,
Aaron.
you're-
Is there anything else you'd like to
That
see?
was fast.
nope.
No,
Okay, great. Thank you all very much. Appreciate
All
it.
right, have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
too. Thanks all. Thanks, Daisy.
Bye-bye. Okay. So now we're on to 25 Tango Wild Road. Is it Amanda?
Yes,
Amanda.
that's me. Hi,
Hi, how
Hi,
are you?
how are you all tonight?
thank
My
you.
name is Amanda Linhart. I'm the architect for the Goswamis. They're at 25 Tango Wild Road, and I will share. I'll start with the photos of the existing house. Can you all see?
Yes.
Mhm.
So this house, just to go to the, I'll locate you first. This is Tango Wild Road. The house, which you can't really see from the street when there's tree cover, obviously, is set back from the street a little bit. We have our two neighboring properties here and here, 29 Tango Wild and 21 Tango Wild. So I'll go to the house itself. This is the existing house. The project is going to take, we're basically, on the interior, we're gutting the first floor and doing an entirely new first floor. But as part of that, we're bumping out the entrance here. We're pushing the garage out a little bit further. And we are addressing, we're taking away the screened porch in the back and expanding the kitchen. So let me share to the drawings just to get you guys into the drawings. All right, so here I will zoom in. This is the site plan here. So total additions, we are adding 124 square feet to the front of the garage, 57.96 square feet to the entryway, and 57.57 square feet to the rear by removing the screened porch. As I go to the elevations, well, let me just zoom out real quick. Okay. This is the demolition plan, just to show you, this is the front entry, the garage that we're removing the front wall of, and then the back, the screen porch, and the kitchen that we're expanding. Just to give you an idea of the floor plan, for the entry bump out, we're really just doing it for aesthetics. We felt like the facade was too flat as it is. So pushing out that entry kind of gives it a little bit more dimension in the front. So it's not just a flat facade. Pushing out the garage to the front allows us to put a mud room between the garage and the interior of the house, because right now they just enter straight into this awkward corridor into the side of the fireplace. So allowing us to kind of create a mudroom, laundry room in this area. So by pushing out, we're basically just displacing, we're keeping the garage, but basically just pushing it forward. And in the rear of the house, just creating a very nice large kitchen with a lot of light. Elevations coming up. Oh, let me just say, on the second floor, we also decided we needed more light in the house. So we had to add a few more windows, and you'll see that on the elevations. So we added a few more windows to the front bedrooms on the second floor.
We like windows.
Windows are good. So this is the existing elevation here. And with the new elevation, we've added kind of a pair window in the master bedroom, a pair window in this bedroom in the front. This is the front entry bump out with nice doors with glass in it and side lights. Again, they just want as much light inside as possible. And then changing the garage door. Also, as part of this, we're changing the siding. So we are going with kind of a regular hardy plank lap siding with a 6-inch exposure. So right now they have that old school 12-inch siding. So we're going to replace all of the siding. They'd like everything to be white. So we're going to be white siding, white trim, white gutters. So it's basically white on white. The only thing is they do want their front door to be red. That is their child's request, is a red front door. We are replacing the shingles. Also, we're doing asphalt shingles in a charcoal, a slate color. So like a blue-gray. This is the side elevation with the bump out of the garage. So again, right now there's just these two windows. It's this window and this window that are existing, and we're adding one here and one here. And we're also adding a little awning window in the stairwell. Again, just to get as much light as possible into the house, because there's a double loaded corridor on the second floor that's extremely dark. So we thought maybe a little window in the stairwell, a really nice light fixture might brighten it up there. In the back, this is the existing back elevation. There's currently a sliding door from the playroom. There's just a plain wood deck here with no railing and a screened porch. And we're taking away the screened porch to create the bigger kitchen with some skylights facing the back. We're putting a new railing around the porch because they feel like with the kids, it's just not safe enough to not have a railing. We're going to replace the decking with Trex decking, so everything out there is going to be new as well. The deck footprint doesn't change. And then on either side of the sliding door that's existing, we're putting new windows here and here, and a door where this window is becomes a door.
And then you're
again,
replacing that little window.
We're replacing, yeah, we're doubling up this window here, and we're making this tiny little window into a normal double hung window on this side. And this side doesn't really change that much, except this is the entry bump out. So we have a window on the side here. And then these are the windows on the side of the new kitchen expansion. And then that's the deck beyond. Let's see, is there anything I haven't answered. I think for the decking color, we have chosen, it's here. Option 1, we have an AZAC decking, which we would do in a mahogany color. Option 2 is to use the Trex Transcend in a color that would be similar to the mahogany look. I think the front steps and landing are going to be bluestone. Let me know if you want to go back to the pictures or what you want to see next, and I'm happy to show you around.
I think it's pretty clear. I think it's a
Yeah.
big improvement.
Can you go to the front
I agree.
elevation for a moment?
Sure.
Yeah, my only comment is that the front door, the way the roof kind of rides into the garage, I almost think it takes away some of the prominence of the front entrance because it's joining those two elements so much together.
Mhm.
I don't know what others think of that.
Do you have a roof plan?
I do. Okay. It's a little bit difficult to read because I put shingles on for the contractor so he knows what's new and what's not. But
Right.
this is an existing ridge of the garage. We're not changing the ridge at all. So we're just basically extending it out. So yeah, the valley will come here, and this is all, I wanted to keep the soffits and the gutters all at the same height just for ease and construction. So yeah, this roof over the entry does connect with the roof over the garage.
Bob, I see what you mean, but I don't know if there's a better way to do it that won't look forced.
Or create a water condition?
Yeah.
I mean, if you do a gable or a peak over the door, you're going to end up with a cricket there.
Right. Yeah.
Could we see the elevation again, the front elevation, please? So that's could you just push in on the,
Sure.
so that's a small column. Is that column or, yeah?
Oh, no, that's just the
What is
corner
that? That's
board.
like trim.
That's
Okay.
the corner board trim.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So just a question on the sloped roof over the front door where it meets the house. You have it going straight across to the garage roof.
Right.
I kind of think that is going to take a break. I mean, it's more a graphic thing, but I think it matters. It's going to take a break and meet the slope roof in the back at a different point than you show it.
Oh, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yep. That is.
Is it, I mean, is it much higher than that, or?
Let me just look at the roof plan again. Let me zoom out. Right. You're correct.
But, I mean, you show it conveniently as a straight line, but I think in reality, it's not going to be.
It's not going to be. You're right.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to model that to know exactly where it's going to land. But you're
Right.
right. It's probably not going to look exactly like that.
Well, alternatively, Robert, you could put a gable over the front door, right? Is that what you're?
Sometimes you've got this colonial rectangle and then you've got a garage next to it. And it's almost blending together almost in the front, like sometimes, ranch houses do it. It just, I don't know, it just looks a little.
I would worry about putting a gable though, because, we don't have much height before we hit the window. So it's going to be a flattish. This is about a 12.5.5. And I don't even know if we put a gable, if that would even be able to meet that slope. It might be more like a 12.4 or something, which might look a little bit unimpressive in my opinion, but over the door.
If it was short, I'm just thinking, if it was shorter on both sides and there was a gap between the garage roof and that, without creating an odd water condition.
Right.
You almost want, just something to mark the front entrance separate from the garage. That's all I'm thinking.
I think that
Well,
different,
the red door will do that too.
and I think because it's set back a little bit, it's not going to be flat across the front. But again, it's kind of set, since we pushed the garage out, the front entry is set back a lot. So even though in the elevation, it looks like it's in the same plane, it's actually,
It's pulled
there's a
forward.
lot more dimension to it than it looks like in the elevation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody else good?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
okay with it.
Patty, you good?
Yes, yes, I like the drawings.
Okay. Okay, you're approved.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Me
Have a
too.
good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Okay, that was,
Is that it?
that was
Yay.
easy. There's the Staples button. That was easy.
Yeah.
All right, so I can say that we don't have anything for next week. We are waiting for Toll Brothers to apply for their building permit because they do want to present something to the board.
What are they building?
This is Chapel Crossing.
Chappaqua Crossing.
okay.
So, hopefully within the next month, they're supposed to get us something. So I don't know if it'll be for the next meeting or the one after that, but
How many units will it be?
that I
many
don't
houses?
know. Steve, do you know? I think Steve is.
What's that?
Do you know how many units Toll Brothers is gonna have for Chappaqua Crossing?
The last I heard was 96.
Whoa.
Wow. And that's all senior? No.
No,
No.
It's
okay,
just-
mixed.
townhouses like the ones on Washington Avenue in Pleasantville.
How's it gonna be like?
Oh. Oh, wow.
Similar, but not, I don't think as close together.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So,
Looking forward to seeing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it for now.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
right.
you.
Everybody-
Thank
Night.
you.
Good night, everyone. All right,
Bye.
good night. Bye-bye.